I am officially live. The Prairie Banana, Prairie Banana, officially live on YouTube and X. Guys, if you could let me know that you can hear me when you come in, I appreciate that. We're gonna go through the entire ecosystem in this stream, and there is so much. So I beg for your questions. If you got questions, ask them in the comment section, and I'll get to them. If I miss them, if I overlook them, guys, I mean, because sometimes it does get busy in here. Just redraw my attention or put it in all caps. I will not mind. I love your questions. We're going to talk about pTGC and UFO, two income generating, passively income generating index tokens on PulseChain. You've got two index tokens, two on PulseChain going into its inaugural bull run. That's how I'm calling it. That's how I'm calling it. It's an inaugural bull run. It hasn't had a bull run yet. I mean, if you're going to call what it did in spring of 2024 a bull run, I think that's pretty pathetic. Now, pTGC and UFO have had their own little bull run, but I'm going to tell you what. We'll get to that in a minute. We got how many eyeballs we got in here? It's gonna be a quiet day. Like, I'll be surprised if we go past 10 people on YouTube, but people they actually watch the rerun. So cool. Hit the like and always make a comment. I'm about to sneeze. Make a comment in the comment section if you would. That helps the algorithm helps YouTube push the video out to more people. Hold on a second, guys. I don't know what it is with me and sneezing while I'm live. It's so funny. Yeah, we got 4 people in here. That means 8 eyeballs. Because I can do math. Math, baby. Right. You guys been liking those shorts that I've been putting on YouTube? I mean, you're already subscribed to my channel. But if you're not, actually, if you're not, please do subscribe. Listen, guys, I've said it not quite 100 times, but I am on YouTube for you and for me. I'm only doing this for the Gray's currencies and for crypto, primarily crypto. Okay, who wouldn't be here otherwise? Like, I'm literally working for my bags and yours. You're included. So the way that we can do that, Romeo, good to see you. The way we can do that, the way we can help our own bags, you guys can help joining the party. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. So I'm helping you by giving my time. You guys help me by doing what you can do to interact with the algorithm and tell YouTube, hey, we like this content. So make comments, share it with your friends, subscribe, like all that good stuff. So that because if you guys like it, YouTube will get it in front of other people. And it's those other people that's my target. So you got to look past you guys. As much as I like you guys, it's everybody else that we're after. So let's go get them, and we can all do our part. Appreciate you being here. We got 5 eyeballs. I mean, I'm just like, it's like dead. It doesn't. This is like, you know, we always dream at the top of the cycle. This is the antithesis. This is the opposite. This is the bottom. This has got to be the bottom. Where's Bitcoin at? Let's have a look. Okay, so let me give you the formula today for what we're going to do. Same formula that we've been doing for several weeks. 3 parts. What are these tokens? We're going to get into that. We're going to get into, as a matter of fact, I'm looking at my notes. Just bear with me. Hold on. Hold tight. Yeah, I should always just start with the chart. So I'm going to add that. Chart. Okay. What are they? What are these tokens? We're going to talk about several different things about these tokens. You know, the fees, the tokenomics, some cool stuff. Their superpowers and their alien techs. Then part 2 is going to be how to earn from these tokens, like how you can make passive income from them. And number 3 is commercial break. And number 4 is four section. Basically 3 sections is all about the tokens, and commercial break, and then what can they do. Third section is what can these tokens do. So I'm going to call this one 1B, and we're going to get into the moon math. So, man, I'm shocked at the lack of participation, and I get it, guys. It's hard. I mean, listen, you show up to a stream like this, you're engaging, consciously engaging with a thing in your life that ain't doing real well. Let's face it, okay? But if you believe in the old saying, buy when there's blood in the streets, and buy red, and all that savvy advice, then that's why you're here. That's why you guys are here, I think, because you guys believe some of that stuff, and I do. Like, have you seen the chart? I think I saw it in one of Zen's, the gray 369. Saw it in one of his posts. The chart of PLS is just down and to the right. Just, it's bad. It's bad. I'll just tell it like it is, man. It's a bad looking chart. But you guys are gonna meet he's a friend. High altitude investing. He is uber bullish about crypto. And he says it over and over and over. Those are the kind of charts that you buy. And he's a long-term minded investor. And he's like, you hodl those tokens and you got to make it. So here we are, guys. Congratulations. I mean, really, the 4 people that are here live and the 2 on X, congratulations. I think we're going to have, at some point, we will be redeemed, if that's the right term. All right, let's go to the chart. Share my screen here. Here is Bitcoin. I shouldn't call it Bitcoin. $66,200. There is nothing happening on the chain today. What chain? The PulseChain is sitting at, is it at a new all-time low today? Let's see. Yeah, basically just sitting right there. Almost. It is not at the all-time low technically, but it's right there. I mean, I think that's it. It just is. I mean, look at this chart, guys. This is awful, awful, awful. It's just, actually, I shouldn't call it that. This is a wonderful chart. Why? It's W for W is for opportunity. Okay. In this instance, the W is for opportunity. Yep. Romeo's here. This is the opportunity chart, guys. And here's another opportunity chart right here, guys. This is the pTGC, one of the Gray's currencies we'll be talking about in USD. I'm going to put it on the weekly. Look at that chart in USD. I mean, compared to the PulseChain chart, pTGC has been doing very well. And I'm going to show you that, guys. Look, we're almost down to this level here, the 4th of March. When I first came in was the end of January this year, right here. I mean, I don't know how I got in so early, but I actually have crypto kindness to thank for that. Was it crypto kindness or was it? Oh, it was Access Alive, actually. But either way, this is what I want to show you guys is that's pTGC's performance in dollars. Now, what is the most smittening about pTGC for me is how it is performing against PulseChain. And everything should perform against PulseChain, right? PulseChain is just the gas token. It's just the L1. But pTGC is like performing very well against PulseChain. And so well, as you will see, That it is literally up in, if you advance the calendar to August, like this coming August 26th, pTGC is almost 17x up against PulseChain in 2 years. Okay, if you're a trader, that's not very exciting to you. But if you're a long-term holder, how about 16xing your money in less than 2 years? But it gets better. How about, and this is the chart in WPLS. How about 16xing your money in a token that hasn't even gone into its like first full on real bull run. It's on layer one that hasn't gone into its first bull run. That's what's exciting, most excited to me and a lot of people in here, is that the potential for this thing to rip is extremely high in my estimation. Extremely, extremely high. We're going to talk about a lot of that. So we looked over the chart. We're going to go through this real quick, guys, because I've got something I got to do this afternoon that was outside of the normal. I'm going to have a seat too because my legs are tired. And guys, I got some. Hey, I'm wearing a UFO shirt today. Yeah, it's because I'm washing the pTGC one because I put that shirt to use last week. Hey, I'm begging for you guys. I'm begging for you guys to interact with my short videos. I'm going to reach these people on YouTube. I need your help. Help me with those shorts. Watch them all the way through multiple times and make a comment, please. And like one of the shorts showed up on my wife's feed. Of course, somehow we're connected, but those shorts are going to be effective because listen, who's going to sit down and watch what no coiner is going to sit down and watch a 2-hour video about some speculative asset that he's never heard of? It's the shorts. It's how we're going to get them. So help me with those, please. And I got a list of ideas. I always carry a notebook with me, a notebook and a pen. And I got ideas for, right here. I got a bunch of video ideas. And I probably got 6 or 8 of them for shorts. And we're going to pop them up this week. Hopefully I can get them done this week. And I'm also clipping stuff from the spaces and popping those up. The ones with my face in them are doing much better than the ones that just have a templated thing on them with audio in the background. Although I think those are great. There's value in them because we get some other speakers. But hey, the bottom line is help me with the shorts. Interact with them, please. So what are these tokens? They're index tokens, pTGC and UFO. How come I don't have a visual? I feel like I need to have a visual. Man, where's my phone? Oh, it's not in here. I could have shown you the back of my phone. You got Pulse, the Grays currencies. That's pTGC. And then UFO, the ultimate financial opportunity. And I didn't even have logos for you guys for them. Oh, I got some stuff right here. Some media assets. What happened to my media assets? What? I thought I noticed this the other day. I noticed this. My media assets got wiped. Well, we'll just pop this one up. Oh, that's not going to work. But there it goes. That is the pTGC logo right there. And I hope you guys can hear me. I don't have one for UFO, but StreamYard literally nuked all of my media assets that I had. That's disturbing. Literally, they're gone. Crazy. There's one that's my favorite, and it's not even here anymore. I'll get them uploaded. So there are 2 index tokens. So what's special about an index? Well, the index tokens gives you access and exposure to all the other assets on the chain. And PulseChain has some very good assets, including the chain. The chain itself is an asset, and the world's about to discover that asset and its founder, in my estimation. And these tokens, pTGC and UFO, are bonded to the most promising assets on PulseChain. And these assets are Hex, Pulse, PulseX, Inc, ProveX. I mean, both hexes too, by the way. And the newest golden boy on the chain, which is ProveX, and others. It's also bonded to others. These tokens are bonded to others. And when you hold the index, you have a little bit of, you own a piece of Hex. Like, let's put it this way. How else, I don't know how else to put it, but by holding pTGC and UFO, you don't need to hold the other assets on the chain. You can hold the Grays currencies by proxy and literally have a claim check on those other assets. I mean, there's your in the chart we just saw a minute ago, where pTGC has moved up 17x against PulseChain in the last under 2 years. If you had flipped your PulseChain tokens into pTGC on August 26th, 2 years ago, today, you could have flipped from your pTGC into PulseChain and own 16 times more PulseChain. Yeah. Or you could ratio, and you could get into a bunch of PulseChain, Hex, Pulse, PulseX, Inc, and then even keep a little bit of pTGC. You see how that worked? 16x on your PulseChain. So that's how it works, guys. And the index is a genius way. It's a conservative way. It's a long-term thinker, not trading mindset kind of way to get exposure to volatile assets. And what the beauty of it is you don't have to go buy those other assets. I think I said that twice now, but it's so true. You don't have to go mess around. There are so many people that I've heard say, I'm just so thankful to hold pTGC, and that's it. When everything's topsy-turvy, and going down and not doing so great, it is nice to be holding the Grays currencies. And I feel the same way. Absolutely. And by the way, we've got the evidence. I could show it to you right now, but I refrain, that pTGC has been outperforming not just the layer 1, but Hex, Pulse, PulseX, Inc. I'll show you one. Okay. The most recent golden boy, which is ProveX. Look at this, guys. This is the ProveX. This is the pTGC price actually on the daily. But this is the pTGC ProveX pair. Now we're going to look at the pTGC price in terms of ProveX. Look at pTGC moving up against ProveX 3, 6, 9, 11 days in a row. We're now at 1.85. We're cruising towards a 2-to-1 ratio with ProveX, guys. So, I mean, it's like that with many of the assets on the chain, which makes my mind just boggle. Like, why don't more people want to have exposure to this little token? It's, I'm sure it boggles many people's minds. How many people in here? 6. It could be a full moon too. So these are an index of the best assets on the chain. And both of these are an index, by the way. They're both deflationary. So their supply decreases over time. And that demands that the remaining tokens are more valuable. You can get more for them because of that reducing supply. pTGC's LP is all burned. Like, the vast majority of it is burned, or the majority of it is burned. And that was done at the beginning to set the initial LPs. And then it's done also constantly through the DAO, which we'll talk about in a minute. And one of the functions of the contract is that it burns and adds to the LP and burns the LP tokens. And we'll talk about that. Public founder. You can find him in Telegram. You can find him on X. You can find him Telegram and X, and on stream. Right, he and I are going to stream on my channel on Wednesday with High Altitude Investing, and you guys are invited. You guys are encouraged to come, and he's reachable. You can reach out to him and take advantage of that while we're small, because one day you might be like, I had a conversation with him with Zen. And he'd love to have your questions. He's a public founder. You are not going to see his face unless we meet in person, but he's public, very reachable. Holds 2 voice chats a week on a Tuesday and a Thursday. If you want the schedule for that, let me know. He does spaces on Monday and Wednesday with myself and other community members. Very reachable. Okay. And he's in Telegram all the time. Remember how Richard Hart was always in Telegram and you guys could communicate with him? Boy, those were the days. I don't know that I wasn't around much back then. I don't know that I actually saw him in the Telegram. Flawless code. Both of these contracts have been working flawlessly for years. I mean, coming up in May, UFO will have been out for 2 years. pTGC this fall, 3 years. On October 11th, 2023, it was launched. Flawless code. And it has been audited too. But more important than an audit is flawless operation. Thick LP. I think pTGC has something like $2 million in LP. We'll see some of that. I got to check and see if you guys got to see this site. How come I don't have this on a quick one on a keyboard? Hold on. I'm really just kind of chilling today because I'm with you guys. I'm with the 15 people that aren't here. There's 10 people in here now. Hey, if you got a question, drop it in the chat. Like if you're new, I would love to have a question. Let's have a look at this new site. You guys, we've got the new D app, which is goptgc.com. I should put those in a quick key. And then you've got the other site, which is ptgc-ufo.com. Both of these sites are fabulous. All right. I'm going to show them. Hold on. I am not going to show that one to you because we're going to actually use it. Oh, we're going to use both of them. Forget it. Yeah. We use the one. Yeah. We're going to use them. So never mind. So we flawless code, thick LP, the DAO. I was getting at UFO, I think has like maybe $3 million in LP, something like that. They got thick liquidity. Okay. Like we're rivaling a lot of Richard Hart assets, and it's only going to get better, guys. The DAO. Pete, this is my favorite part is, hey, we got a question. Roman Sachs. What site can I add my address without connecting to see regular and staking reward? That is ptgc-ufo.com. -ufo.com. Yeah, I'll show that to you, dude. Hold up. Thanks for asking a question, letting me know that somebody is watching. It's always helpful. All right, watch this, man. Just for that, I'm going to take that a second. We'll go over here. And this is UFO, but it would be the same. You're welcome, man. Be the same principle. Like you can switch to pTGC right here, but where you go is, where is it? Portfolio. And I'll be honest, like I need to have, I need to see if Shaka will walk me through how to use this, because I'm a little confused on it. But you can add your wallet address here, and then you can like label it and put it into groups. That's what I don't understand. But then you can, then you can see the assets in the wallet. Okay, if that makes sense. And then what you can do, Roman, is you can back up your portfolio. You see that? You can back up your portfolio in case you cleared all your cookies. And then if you ever clear your cookies and you want to load it, you can just load it right back up. Isn't that cool? So yeah, we got the goods. We've got the goods over here, guys. And welcome, Roman. I don't know that I've ever seen you, so happy to have you on board. And I hope that answers your question. If it didn't, let me know. Walter, it's good to see you, man. Walter is the gentleman that puts that is the reminder of to vote on plsfolio.com. So I'm going to remind you too. Vote on plsfolio.com. It's important. Cool. Yeah. I mean, you might not think it's important, but this is the thing about life, guys, is that it's those little things that you do day after day after day. They add up. It's like dollar cost averaging. You dollar cost average from your weekly check, and what happens? And one day you look back and you're like, what? How in the world? Yeah. Been there and had the same response. Like, wow. Well, it's the same thing with these little things like watching my videos on YouTube and clicking over to plsfolio.com. And we'll put the link in here, plsfolio.com. And you go over there and you literally scroll. Here, we'll do it. Here it is, man. We'll do a demonstration of PLS Folio. We're going to do a little detour. Watch this, guys. You literally, let's see. Oh, I'm cheating because let's see if I can do this from their homepage. What you do is you scroll down. You can actually put the contract address in, but you can also just scroll down, click on pTGC. And then after you click on it, it's going to allow you to vote. And I already voted this morning. And then what you do is go back, scroll down, and vote for UFO. Vote for both of them if you can. Ladies and gentlemen, please do that. And it's those vote, and you get it twice a day from multiple devices if you want. We're in competition to be on PLS Folio, and it does matter. And it will burn our tokens too if we get a certain number of votes. And we're in competition with some of the tokens on that website. So, but we're just going to keep doing it. Walter's going to keep putting a reminder in the Telegram. We should put the reminder on X because Telegram is just one place. I might try that. Okay, the DAO. All right, what is a DAO? It's a decentralized autonomous organization. And I'll go into it a little bit deeper today just to shake things up. But what it is the top one, it's comprised of all the stakers. Okay, the DAO is comprised of all pTG stakers, and we're going to talk about staking when we get to the DApp. But if you have staked pTGC, you can vote in the DAO. How do you do it? You connect your wallet to the old. I think you must be able to do it to the new from Go pTGC. I just haven't looked. You connect your wallet to the site and you can vote on proposals. And you're almost always going to vote yes. I don't know if they've ever voted a proposal down, but you can and you should. And that's why that function exists. But the top 100 stakers can submit proposals. And you can bet the top 100 stakers have a vested interest in the success of pTGC. So they're always going to vote, and they know crypto because they're almost all going to be whales, right? Or sharks, top holders. And they're going to want the best for the ecosystem. Okay. So what are they going to propose? It's almost always we're going to burn some tokens or we're going to LP somewhere. That's almost always what the DAO does. And these guys are smart too. Not that less than sharks or less are not smart, but these guys, they know crypto. That's why they're in the top 100 because they got bags. And proposals need to pass by 65% or more. If a proposal fails, the pulse that would have been used in the proposal, gets held up for an entire week. That's why we don't like to submit frivolous proposals, because it ties up Pulse that could be used to burn or add LP. And then, like, the person that, or the wallet that submits the proposal, when it's approved, he receives the Pulse, and it's never any more than 100 million Pulse. It has a limit, and he executes the proposal. And if perhaps some joker, misbehaved with the 100 million Pulse, his wallet would be blacklisted, not in the contract, but we would mark his wallet, and he would never pass a proposal again. So that's how it works. And the DAO is fully decentralized, not like some DAOs. So that's a little bit extra on the DAO. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So vote, and I don't have any media assets, man. This is kind of bothering me. I wonder if I can make this smaller. Nope. No, they stinking. I'll have to reach out to them. Maybe I'm on the wrong one somehow. I don't know. It's very odd for StreamYard to just delete my media assets. It kind of just doesn't make sense, So that's the DAO. I love the DAO. I love the flexibility that it gives pTGC, because, like I'm fond of saying, it gives pTGC the agility of a ship on the sea, not like a train on the track that can only go forward and back. It's an incredible function, not function. How do you put it? Function of pTGC, the DAO. I love it. Let's talk about the fees, because each of these tokens has a fee. Now you're going to notice, as you come into this community, and if you've been here a while, pTGC gets all the love. UFO, it don't always get much, but don't underestimate the UFO. We should do a little experiment too. I think we're going to do that, because I was doing my own little experiments in my notebook this morning. We'll talk about, but you'll notice that pTGC gets all the accolades and the attention and blah, 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 blah. But UFO is going to get it's going to get its own attention. But, UFO compared to pTGC, UFO just doesn't have it doesn't have as many moving parts. It's very simple. So therefore, maybe that's out. pTGC was the first to market, but both of these tokens are not to be reckoned with. Like, you want to be dollar cost averaging into probably each of these, because one may outperform the other. And I think you would want to have exposure, like many of us do, to both of them. However, because they are an index and they're an index of each other, you could literally hold one or the other. Didn't know it, that I was a poet. You can literally hold only pTGC. It has a thick liquidity with UFO. Same with UFO. They have a thick liquidity pool, rivaling that of their largest pool, and each of the largest pool for each of them is WPLS. But their liquidity with each other is neck and neck. Sometimes it's bigger than the other. And yeah, you don't got to hold both of them. I love both of them. And they each had their own specialness about them. Hold on. Lots of salt on food at lunch. So but they're fee-based tokens. Now, and their fees are genius. At least the fee for pTGC. The UFO fee, I couldn't give it the level of genius that I do that of pTGC, but I'm trying to think why not. I've thought this through before, and I haven't come up with a solid reason, but the fees are, as you'll see, they're solid, especially for holders. So pTGC's fee is 5%, UFO's is 6%. That 5% fee is on every buy, sell, and transfer of tokens. So buy this asset from a wallet that you want to store the tokens on, unless you're willing to pay the 5% fee to move the tokens. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to open a window. Not that it's super hot or anything like that. Just try to get a little air moving. We got a nice windy day today. Can hear you guys might be able to hear the wind. It's like a wind storm. So here's how the fee is broken up. And listen for a second. If you guys are about to tune out, just hold on for a second and listen about this fee. It's 5%. 2% goes to the DAO. Like the biggest portion goes to the DAO. 1% goes to holders. 1% is paid to stakers, and 0.5%, the 0.5%, I mean, the last 1% is broken up into two. 0.5% burns tokens, pTGC tokens, and the other 0.5% burns LP tokens. So, I should pull this up so you guys can get a visual. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to get this visual up here. Oh, now I remember how to zoom in. So I think it's, yeah, there we go. All right. So here is where the fees are broken up in Shaka. This reminds me that Shaka fixed this last week. He added the 2% goes to the DAO, 0.5% is added to the LP, and those tokens are burned. 0.5% burns pTGC out of existence. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm trying to get back on 1% goes to holders and 1% is paid to stakers. So that's where the 5% goes for pTGC. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So then did you notice that three out of the 5 fees, 3 out of the 5% or 60% remains in the system, and the 40%, the 1% that goes to holders and 1% to stakers, that's what can be extracted from the system. This can come out. This will remain in. So you have a net positive remaining in the system of 20%. Of every 20% of the fee of every buy, sell, and transfer remains in the system. So we effectively have a forever up token. How? Because the DAO is always going to burn tokens. That's reducing the supply, increasing the price. Or it's going to add LP. And if you add LP, that just means more bot activity is going to be going through our pools, which means there's going to be more burning of tokens. And then you've got the burning of tokens, both pTGC tokens and PLP tokens, and reducing the supply. Just explaining it gets me excited. So you literally have a forever up token. That's the 5% fee for pTGC, 6% for UFO. By the way, if you buy these tokens on the DApp, you got to set your slippage to 6% for pTGC, 7% for UFO. UFO 6%. That's another distribution. 3% goes to the LP providers. 1% burns pTGC, so that's 4. And then 1% burns UFO, and then 1% is paid to holders just for holding the tokens. Cool. And in UFO, the reflection is UFO. And in pTGC, of course, the holding rewards and staking rewards are pTGC. It's very, very simple. It's very, you guys ever see how things are just, I'm oftentimes impressed with things that work that are just simple, and that's how pTGC is. It seems to be a little complex, but if you once you get to know it, you see how simple it is, and you're like, well, it's like, have you ever studied Hex and the smart contract and the T-shares and all that? It's like, complex, right? This is very, I never really thought about that like this, but pTGC is just It's so simple. Really? Charles, does that make sense? Appreciate you too, Charles. Charles is always, you're here too, man. All the time. Man, we're going to have coffee. You and me? One day, I want to have coffee with you, Charles. So there's that. The fees. If you got any questions, ask. Ask me any questions. Now this is where if you didn't like the fees, I mean, if you thought the fees were interesting, listen to this about the AMM bots, the automated market maker bots. This is genius. You know, I just said that this token is so simple. Well, I got a pillow against the door because my wife's like, "Don't be yelling at them guys in there." I'm like, "Well, I might yell." And the door's fluctuating with the wind. So the automated market maker bots are the bots that will, and they do, balance out the LP pairs all across PulseChain. And any pair that has pTGC in it, those little guys, those electronic robots, got to go in and buy and sell to even out the pairs. Like you might have one pair where pTGC is 0.003 and another pair where it's 0.00295, and their job is to make that even. Like they got to even it out, and as long as they can make a small fee above the 5%, they are going to buy or sell, and they add volume to the network. So how does that work? Well, how does that work? So whenever, well, like when you have a lot of activity on the network, then you have a lot of pairs going out of alignment. Okay. Then those bots will get to work adding to the volume, because they will transact and add their own volume. The thing of it is the AMM bots, they may transact $1 or 10 or 100. There are some several $100 transactions that the AMM bots are doing. And if they're doing $100 transaction, they're paying $5 in fees. And that fee goes to you and I as holders, and it goes to the DAO and burns tokens, all that stuff. And this happens day in, day out. And you know what then people don't even need to buy or sell pTGC in order to make the pTGC pair go out of alignment. They can just buy, they could be buying, making a transaction in the WPLS hex pair. And then when the pTGC hex pair goes out of alignment with the WPLS hex pair, then the AMM bots have to go fix it. And it's like the definition of passive income, because you literally don't have to do anything to trigger that activity. It happens automatically, and you don't got to pay for it. It's free. The AMM bots. Okay, we already talked about that. Another thing about this ecosystem, we got 17,000 plus. We got 17,000 plus wallets. How many we got? Let's have a look at this together. We can do this together. 17,480. We've lost 4 holders. I don't know that I've seen that in a while. I'm going to refresh this just to make sure, because I thought we were at we might have been close to 17.5, but I thought we were over 17.5, but maybe not. Yep. We lost 4 holders. I don't know that I have ever seen where we lost holders in pTGC. Let's see if we lost any in UFO. I have seen where we lost UFO holders, but no, we added a UFO holder. We're losing holders, guys. Doesn't faze me. I know where this thing's going. I know by faith where it's going. And my goal is to get this thing to 20,000 wallets. That's my immediate goal. Zen wants 100,000. Let's do Zen's goal. Let's accomplish that one. You know that the more holders we get, the more valuable the tokens will be. But I like to win by inches. an inch and an inch and an inch, and then next thing you know, you're several feet. pTGC is the golden goose of crypto. I'm gonna have another seat. The same one. What that means is, and both of these assets are they're like the golden geese of crypto. Okay. So this is how I look at these tokens. And we're almost done with this first thing. We're going to go into the D app. If you hold these tokens, you will earn APY, period. There's nothing you can do about it. So as long as you hold these tokens, you're going to earn APY. But if you sell these tokens and give them over to some other schmuck for cheaper, then you will no longer be earning APY. That would be I would call that slaughtering the golden goose. If you slaughter the golden goose, you will no longer earn APY. I would be very careful about, I mean, there's a lot of people learning about crypto, and there's a lot of people that are going to be getting into crypto, and a lot of people learning about passive income and desiring passive income, which these tokens provide. And if you sell the tokens, you will no longer have the tokens paying you APY. I mean, how many more ways do I got to say it? Just be careful. So we're at the bottom of the chain. You get your bag of these Grays currencies, and let's say you're looking for life-changing gains. Okay. Once they've changed your life, now take some profit and, change your life with that profit. But like my intention is to take, obviously, change my life, and then, but to keep some for revenue over the rest of my life and wrap my life around the APY that these tokens will generate, and maybe even dollar cost average in even further. Okay, I'll get to your question here. And Mike P, have you been in here before, Mike P? Because I think I recognize you. It's nice earning pTGC and UFO tokens 24 hours a day, isn't it? I mean, it literally comes into your wallet, as we'll talk about here in a minute. What are reflections? Okay, Mike, answer if you don't mind, answer my question. You saw me smile when you put that comment in there, because I'm like, I think you've been in my stream before. So if you don't mind, let me know. And if you're driving and you can't say anything, that's fine too. What are reflections? All right. Let's make that a coffee and a steak. Ooh, you're on, man. Yeah. Sign me up. Sign me up. Coffee and a steak. I like a good ribeye, dude. And I eat once a day, so I'll take two. We can go Dutch, or I'll buy. I don't care. All right, Mike. Cool. You're driving. Okay. All right. Let's get into reflections for Mike, especially while he's driving. So reflections are, I'll tell you what they are, but I'm going to give it from my perspective. You earn reflections for holding a token. Like it's like you earn a little bit, because this is a fee-based token. Every time there's a transaction, you get a little bit of it, and it comes back to you. So it's reflected, and they're called reflections that way. So, and the pTGC and UFO reflections, the way I put it is they show up in your wallet in a spooky kind of sort of alien tech way. If you don't hold these tokens, when you do, and if you do, just write down your total, how many tokens you got in your wallet, and then come back in an hour, and there will be more. Maybe you come back the next day, and there's going to be more, and you're like, whoa, I didn't do anything to provoke these to come to my wallet. Yeah, the way, if I haven't heard him explain it in a while, but if you guys want to come on Spaces or in Telegram, you can ask Zen, the founder, how he had this built into the contract to where See, normally reflections, you got to go claim them. They sit in a contract and you got to claim them, but not with our reflections. He had it built so that they just come in and you don't have to claim. You don't have to. That's the only other way you have to do it is claim. Or sometimes you'll claim, or sometimes you'll just transact with that wallet and then they come in, but not the way he did it. The way he did it was special. Good question. I hope that answers your question. Yeah. Okay, cool. Manitokshesh. It's good to see you, man. You've been making the rounds. There's a bunch of people who have been making the rounds. You can earn an APY. This is another thing about pTGC and UFO is you earn that APY. That's the last thing I'd say. Is there a, yeah, there's a contract address. I'll get you the contract address, dude. All right. Here is the contract address. I got it straight from Deck Screener. It ends in DE93. I'm sure you're asking for a contract address, not a VA address. Unless you're a veteran looking for a VA medical center. I'm a veteran, so there you go, man. Let me know if I misunderstood you for any reason. So that's the contract address for pTGC. All right, how can you earn? How can you earn? Well, as we just talked about for Mike, you can earn just by holding. Literally don't got to do nothing. You can pile these tokens into a wallet and go drive on down the road. Mr. Zoo, I don't follow you, dude. You're going to have to elaborate on that one. Oh, this is something I should do. I'm going to show the comments on the screen. There you go. So we're crushing it against ProveX. I just love it. Let's get into the D app, guys. We're going to go ptgc.com. That is the new D app. Go ptgc.com. And let's go there, okay? Here we are. So what is this? What is this? All right, I'm going to give me a second, guys. I got to make sure I have a correct wallet. I think this is the correct one. All right, so you can earn APY in 3 different ways with pTGC: holding, staking, and locking. I'm going to show them all to you right now. All right, so this is when you go to goptgc.com, this is where it brings you right here. I think, well, let's see. It brings you right here. And then if you want to get into the staking part and the reflections where you can see all your holdings, click on staking. And you can disregard this if you want to play around with that. That's cool. What you'll do is go down here. And I have this wallet connected. I mean, I think I have this wallet connected. It says I do. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to make sure I get a wallet connected because I'm going to show you guys live data. That's why. Okay, so give me just 1 second. I'm going to pull up my experimental wallet on my Rabby because my internet money is not working. Okay, I'm going to connect. 1 second. We'll get right back to the DApp. And if you guys got any other questions, drop them in the chat. What? Okay. All right, I'm going to do this. If we're going to do it right. Right? Okay. Pair. You guys hanging tight? Just going to take another 30 seconds. I'm going to do this one here. If that. Okay. There we go. That's the right one. Okay. So I've got my wallet connected. I'm on the staking section because the staking section is where you can see your reflections also and your locks. So this is my stakes. So the total amount earned from this wallet, and this wallet has 1 million pTGC in it, and it's been there for over 2 years, is 81,193 tokens. 25,000 from holding, the 40,000 from staking. And you can see I held, staked, and locked all at the same time, all in the same day, like same, yeah. So, and then you can see the difference, right? So obviously I'm earning more for stake. Stakers are earning more. Lockers are earning more. Not as much. But this is a really cool experiment, actually. Mount held 485, I mean, 485 plus 756. Okay. Good morning, MVS. Good to see you, man. So this wallet has earned some pTGC. And this, by the way, this liquid is just what it's earned in the last month, in the month of March. Now this liquid is the reflections. It's the reflections. This staking rewards right here is what needs to be claimed from the smart contract. So the way you would claim these tokens is you would click on claim stake reward. Okay. And if I click on that and transact in my wallet, those tokens will go to my wallet and they'll be added to the liquid tokens, which are, these are the reflections. These are the staking rewards. Okay. And then at that point, if I wanted to, I could stake all of the tokens, because right now all I can stake is the 485, you see, and I can choose how much. All right, let's not go any further before we explain how staking works. Okay, obviously you saw that I have to claim those tokens from the contract, the staking rewards. When you claim them, they go to your wallet and they start earning reflections, because your reflections are earning reflections. And I want my staking rewards to be earning reflections also. So I like to claim them once a week. Any more than that is a little too frequent, and you're kind of wasting time. And it's really, if I've penciled it out several times and it's shocking. Just ask AI, you know, the power of compound interest. Yes, absolutely. Any more than once a week, you're diminishing returns. I'm not kidding. Go check it out for yourself. So those staking rewards are sitting in the contract until you claim them. Then they go to the wallet, start earning reflections, and then you can stake them. And now when you're staking, you don't got to pick a time frame, because the Gray's currency staking, and you can only stake pTGC, it's very loose. If I could put it that way, it's non-committal. There's no date that you got to set. You could stake in one transaction and end your stake in the very next one. But just know that you're going to pay 1% fee on your principal, not your yield, on your principal whenever you end a stake. We estimate that the ROI time on the 1% can be a matter of months, is what we estimate. One stake per wallet. Then you can go another step, which is a time commitment, and lock your tokens. And that is a bigger commitment with a higher penalty, like a 30x penalty. So when you lock, maybe adjustable. I don't understand what you said, what you meant by that, man. Talk shish. So you can stake your tokens and you're earning, obviously, like, well, stakers are earning about 160% APY, 160% more APY than holders only. But then you can lock your tokens, and let's get our eyes on the rewards for locking here real quick. So you can see them. There's the holding, staking, and locking rewards. Oh, there you go. Isn't that cool how you can scroll in like that? It's pretty sweet. I just wish I could pan around. So stakers are earning more. Pans down. Lockers, not so much. But there is something special about locking that I want you to know about. And the way you'll do that, guys, is you will... Still getting used to this. The way you'll do that, the way you'll lock your tokens is They got to be staked first, and then you lock them, right? And I don't have any staked tokens that aren't already locked, but you can lock them minimum of 90 days, maximum of 3,650 days. Now let's talk about locking, because it's a big commitment. You can have multiple locks per wallet. It's a commitment time, 90 days minimum. And like I said, 3,650 days, which is 10 years, which is the maximum. And there's a range in between. And there are actually like 10 different tiers, 90, 1, 2, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, so on, all the way to 10. 90-day commitment is you're going to keep 55% of the rewards, the locking rewards that come to your wallet. These locking rewards come from people that end their locks too early, and they forfeit 30% of their principal. They get paid to all the other lockers. The 1 year lock keeps 60%. So in other words, when I say keep, like these locking rewards get distributed to all the wallets, all the tokens, and the contract knows what tier you're in and what it doesn't know what tier you're in. It does, but for token distribution purposes, all it cares about is your position in the locking pool, and it distributes all your tokens, all these tokens. Let's say you got a 90-day lock and you get 1,000 tokens. When you claim your tokens, you're going to forfeit 45%. You get to keep 55%, but the 45% goes to the burn address. So the locking function is another way that burns pTGC tokens. So it's really cool. None of these, by the way, the founders, developers, none of these people get tokens from this ecosystem. They bought tokens on their own. There's nothing going on behind closed doors with pTGC or UFO. So, what else about locking? I would not lock a big old bag. I like to lock smaller bags, and I've done that. I wouldn't go lock, 10-year locks right off the bat. Just get a wild, crazy idea. You go lock up a big old bag, maybe break it up into smaller bags, and then you can do a locking ladder, which I'm a fan of. I love the locking ladder because then you have tokens that become liquid and available to you regularly, which is cool and comforting, What else? If you lock 1 day, or make it a week just to be safe, into the next higher tier, you will earn from that tier. Like, for example, if you're like, man, I want 100% of the locking reward, so I'm going to be a 10-year locker. Well, lock 9 years and 7 days, and that will get you, almost a year in advance. And by the way, you can let your stakes just fly. Just let them sit there, and you'll continue earning staking rewards. Same with locks. No harm, no foul. You'll continue earning your reflection, staking, locking rewards. You won't move up in tiers after a number of years. It doesn't work like that. But yeah, the Grace Currencies ecosystem got it. Just to beat the band. You staked last Monday and chose daily option for now. Yep. Can you explain the difference with time? Does longer pay more? Yeah. Okay. Mike, when I first came in, I was claiming every day. And sometimes, like when we were really running, I was claiming, every time I got 1,000 new ones in the wallet. And it's good practice, right? It's fine. No, it's so cheap to transact on PulseChain right now. It's so super cheap. So whatever. It's okay. Can you explain the difference with time? I think I know what you're talking about. Oof, I wish I had an illustration. Oh, I don't think I have. I have something. Oh, you have not claimed yet. Chose the daily option. Okay. Well, I don't understand what you mean by then you chose the daily option for now for staking. Waiting till tomorrow to claim. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I do mine. I was doing it weekly, and then I switched to monthly. Weekly is going to be a more effective. But okay, just man to man. I don't have the evidence to show you right now. If you wanted to pop it into AI, you can ask AI. Hey, how would you put it? Just figure out how you're going to ask like ChatGPT or something or Grok the difference between compounding every day versus compounding every week, and it's shocking how little you add by compounding more frequently. But anything less than a week, it's like, well, okay, now I'm starting to leave money on the table, but that any more than a week, unless there are times when you have a big influx, a big wave of volume, and in the last several months, we had some pretty good volume, low price and decent volume. And I was like, midweek, I was like, I'm going to get this back into the hopper. And that's an instance where you do want to compound, more than just a week. Okay. Just let me know if I didn't answer your questions. So I think that's it for pTGC staking, holding, staking, locking. You can have multiple locks per wallet. Yeah, the time frame choices means compounding. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because usually what I do, Mike, is I'll claim my staking rewards and then stake them back up. And then I don't think I've actually done this, but if I wanted to, like after you get a nice little bag, I think I have done it. You get a nice little bag of staking rewards, and then you make a lock out of it. You see, but if you do that too frequently, it works backwards. Good morning, Shaggy Doo. I don't think I've ever seen you. Used to watch Scooby Doo when I was in grade school. Man, those were the days. So that's how you can earn. You can earn passive income 3 different ways of pTGC: holding, staking, and locking. We just walked through that. I can't think of anything that I missed, so I think it's time to talk about UFO. Finally going to talk about UFO. You see? UFO. What do you call it? The ultimate financial opportunity. Yeah. How many people we got on YouTube right now? UFO. 15 people. UFO. You haven't. I'm new to your channel. Oh, cool. Welcome. It's good to have you. We just finished talking about the pTGC on the D app, and your profile picture is so funny. And then we're about to talk to you about UFO, which takes just a minute. If you guys want like the full skinny on the ecosystem, I should record like a short video and put it on my channel to where it's less than 2 hours. Let's do UFO. So let's go to pTGC, go pTGC-UFO. I mean, go ptgc.com, and we're going to click on UFO. It's going to bring us to the UFO section. Now, UFO is very simple. It's going to take like 5 minutes, guys. You can do, I always do this. You can do 2 things with the UFO. You can hold your tokens to earn reflections, or you can LP your tokens with RH assets such as Hex, Pulse, PulseX, Inc. You can't do ProveX. That's not one of the options here. But you can LP your UFO, and you do it right here on the DApp. You got to do it on the DApp if you want to earn the Pulse rewards. You got to do it on this DApp. So the way you do it is you click on farming, scroll down. Let's say you're going to, okay, let me explain these pairs first. I would not pair this one right here because you're going to pay the fee on each of these tokens going into the LP and coming out of it. On the UFO Pulse pair, you're going to pay the the UFO fee coming out of that pair. But all of the rest of these, the UFO fee is whitelisted and you're not going to pay it. So let's say you wanted to make an LP with UFO Inc. You're going to click on add liquidity and then select however much UFO you want to make into an LP. And then let's see, And then your, I guess I would need 13.97 ink, but I don't have it in my wallet. So, but if you have equal, you have to have equal portions. And then once you do, you're going to click down here, sign it in your wallet, and you'll have an LP. Okay. I need to take a sip of water, a drink of water, and then I'm going to explain something very special about UFO LPs. You just collected your Pulse rewards for the last 24 hours. Were they good? I assume they were good. Well, good job. What has the volume been on UFO? Sorry, guys. I'm going to boogie over here and look at the 28,000. Not super special. It was a big day, was it? Why? 28,000. 5x the normal. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, hey, 20, if 28,000 ain't big, it ain't a big day, but it's 5x the normal. Just wait till we have big days. Wait till we have big days. I mean, we have literally, guys, seen $2 million in volume on UFO and pTGC, by the way. Well, that's cool. It was a big day. You made me laugh, dude. And I'm with you, man. I really am. So let's go back to, okay. So we're back on the Go pTGC. I showed you how to LP. Now, what's special about UFO, and there's a couple of things besides this thick liquidity, you get a UFO share. Hey, Holland, it's good to see you. He's another tuber. You can put your channel in the chat if you want. Everybody go follow him sub to him on YouTube. The UFO shares are special, and you get them when you LP UFO. And they're equivalent to however many UFO you put into an LP. You put them in a million UFO, you get a million UFO shares. That's how it works. And what these UFO shares do is they determine your position in the rewards pool. And the rewards pool is what gets that and distributes that 3% pulse from every buy, sell, and transfer of UFO. Okay. And right now, the rewards in UFO are 5x of what they have been. Okay. And the UFO LP providers are earning more than holders. It used to be the other way around, but a lot of people have exited these LP pools. So, you know, it is what it is. People are earning really good APY for LPing their UFO. And the UFO share rate. Okay, let's get back on track. The UFO share rate, if you have enter a pool with like a million UFO, you get a million UFO shares, and they do not fluctuate. Like your tokens, the token balance on each side of that pair will fluctuate, but UFO shares do not. They remain fixed. They do not change ever. The only way they change is if you unpaired. And then if you tried to repair, it would be equivalent to however many UFO you repaired. And usually UFO outperforms the tokens that it's bonded with. So in most instances, you're ending up with fewer UFO in that LP. So if you were to unpair, you would have less UFO. And if you repaired, you'd have less UFO shares. Therefore, okay. So a lot of the guys that got into UFO in the beginning, and I know them because I run with them a little bit. I run with them. They're not going to be giving up those UFO shares very easily. I'm one of them. Like, them babies are precious. And why? Because they print PLS every single day. As Kay Hudson said, it's been a good APY day, 5x the normal. That means he's earning 5x the PLS. And at these prices, I bet you're earning 5x, 5x not only in value, but perhaps even in tokens. Am I wrong? I bet you're earning a lot of Pulse tokens, and me too. I just haven't looked. I have not looked. I should do that. What do you got going on over here, Holland? Good to see you, man. Yeah. Explain the significance of volume, please, for both. Absolutely, Mike. Okay, so this is how it works, man. This is cool. And you asked the key question. Why is volume important? It's because these are volume and volatility based protocols that demand volume. You got to have volume in order for the machines to do what they're supposed to do. And what they're supposed to do is build themselves up and reward holders. That's what they do. And the volume is what is key. So you've got, like, let's say PulseChain's volume. Well, let's just break it down to the ecosystem. Well, case in point, K Hudson. We just looked at UFO's volumes, $27,000 right now. If you hold UFO, you are going to earn from that $27,000. And let me just show it to you. That's a really good question. All right, let's go look at the fee distribution for UFO. Let me see if I can get on top with the rewards. Give me a second, guys. Value generation. Okay. This is from the value. You see this value generation section right here? This is from the transactions in the last 24 hours, the $27,000 in volume. $27,000 in volume. Now, of that $27,000 in volume, there's a 6%. Well, what's that 6%? 6% of 27,000 times 0.06 is $1,620. Oh, there it is. It's right there. It's right here. It's broken out. $1,682 in the last 24 hours in fees collected from the 6%. Now, where does that go? Oh, this is where I wanted to. It doesn't show. Maybe it shows you down here. I obviously need to get more familiar with this. Hold on. Oh, that's for a wallet. Okay. Let's just go over to over to here. Oh, here you go. This is UFO. Okay, so in the last 24 hours, $1,678 in value generated from $28,000 in volume. You guys see that? I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Let me get this out of the way too. All right. All right, hold on. All right. Here's the volume. Here's the value. That's from the 6%. That's 6%. That's 6% of the volume. Okay, and this is where it goes. $279 went to holders because this is distributed down here. It's distributed down here. So the higher this number is, the higher this number will be, and the higher these numbers will be. Okay? And because you and I are a part of the holders and, well, for UFO holders and LP providers, and the same principle applies to pTGC. We want this number to be as high as possible. And I'm going to tell you what, I don't know if you guys saw the video I dropped. I think it was last Monday about one of these calculators. Guys, it gets really exciting when we get high volume. And there's a correlation between volume and price. And when price goes up, hold on to your butts because the volume is going to get pretty exciting. And like I said, we've seen $2 million. That would be like 400x. So if you like those rewards from $28,000, imagine of 400x. Is that right? It doesn't even seem right. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to try to do math. It's probably more like 40. 25 times 40. Yeah, 50. All right, 50. 50x in volume. Volume is very critical for this ecosystem, and we will have it. I mean, we're paired with the best assets on the chain, and when those assets start popping off, there's going to be so many transactions. We haven't even seen anything in this ecosystem yet, guys. A good question, Mike. Appreciate that. We're doing awesome. Everyone in the bear market is going to make it. Wagamai. We're all going to make it. Spooky 2 do losing. What UFO at 5 zeros hurts? Honestly, I'll let the UFO LP grow for me. Look at the green volume candle on pTGC PLS. The green volume candle? Where is it? You got my attention. A green volume candle on pTGC PLS. That must be over in. Is that on ptgc-ufo.com? You're gonna have to let me know, K Hudson, if you would, because I'm not tracking with you, man. So let me know if you would. I think that's it. We talked about UFO shares. You can LP with your UA. Yeah, that's it. All right, commercials. You guys ready for commercials? All right, this is where you guys get in, and then we're going to talk about performance. And then we're going to get right. Join my Telegram. If you want to join my Telegram, I'd love to have you in there. It's pretty quiet right now, but we're just building it up, baby. Jump on in. If you're buying pTGC, do it with my referral link. Bam, right there. It's also in the description of this video. It's on my X. It's on my YouTube. Blah blah blah. Buy pTGC with my referral link. And if you're not buying it with my referral link, buy it with somebody, some other guy that's working for the ecosystem. So for me now, commercial. This is a commercial break from the commercial break. So for me now, would you say don't focus on the technicals and just buy and hold? Bingo. Okay. You're doing your research, dude. You're coming to the stream and, watch some of my videos, keep watching my videos and jump in next Sunday. We'll do the same thing over again. You'll learn more and hopefully I'll be more entertaining. That's how I did it, man. When I see something like a hex or a pTGC, which is probably better, I ape first and ask questions later. I'm not kidding, man. And boy, am I glad I did, because the day that this dude got in, the price has never returned to that price. There you go. Just a modest $100 UFO paired with $100 of hex is a good earner. Whoa. I want to look at that, dude. How many tokens does we're gonna do an experiment during this stream here in just a few minutes after commercial break. I gotta get back to commercials. You can get 21.5 million UFO for $100. What time do you start? It's at 2 p.m. Mountain, 1 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Central. You're welcome, Kay Cadson. Yeah. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you, Mike. Thanks for jumping in and being attentive and asking questions. You can ask me any questions. You can hit me up in the PM too. And if you want to jump into my Telegram, you can ask any questions in there too. But this is obviously more fun. So jump into my Telegram, buy pTGC with my link, because yes, my wife told me to tell you guys. Okay. She says, tell those guys to buy pTGC with your link. So there you go, guys. Message from my wife. Join, and if you want to learn how to market pTGC, I got a marketing Telegram, and I'm not doing anything in there right now because things are so slow. I'm taking that time and putting it elsewhere. But when we get back to hopping, we're going to get in there. We're going to have some conversations. Here's the main Telegram. Wait, where's the main Telegram? Hold on. I'm going to copy this. Jump in the main Telegram. There's lots of good guys in there. Just be careful of scammers, guys. Do not private message with anybody that's not clearly that's clearly a scammer, don't listen. Just be careful. Don't ever give anybody your seed phrases or connect your wallets to strange stuff. If you want to read the book about pTGC, hardcover book, $100. Soft cover, $90 on my website right here, theprairiebanana.com. And I put everything that I know about this ecosystem into this book. And it's full color. It even has charts in the back, and they're cool. And there's a picture on every page, because even adults like picture on every page. This may be the last time we have seen the greatest currencies at 4 zeros and low 3 zeros. It's going to move so hard soon when Pulse moves up. Dude, it's going to move so hard. So hard, man. And people have no idea. My site. Okay, we got that. We got my site in there, prairiebanana.com. If you buy $3,000 worth of pTGC, I'll gift you the book. And a special. Yeah, I get all the good vibes and a special book. Oh, spent days on that book, dude. Guy dudes. So, but it's done. Now I'm an author. We did it. If you guys want the device, just buy $1,000. So $1,000. These are the devices, the Richard Hart devices. Now, if you spend $3,000 on the book on pTGC, and you actually get the book, I will send you one of these, because these aren't going very fast. Nobody has said, "Hey, I want one for $1,000 of pTGC." Not yet. Not one. It's okay. I'm still going to advertise them. It's too slow right now. People aren't buying. Join the Gold Circle Space Force, guys. It's so important. secretobank.com/grays. /grays. Go join the Gold Circle Space Force. And it puts an attractive, very attractive gold circle around your profile picture. And then you can advertise the Grays currencies everywhere you go. And then we show up in force on spaces and streams and all that. So go do that. You've been working hard to paying off for everyone. Thank you, Banana. You are welcome, Holland. You're welcome. Doing it for you. Can you go over not selling Golden Goose? That would mean I need to start staking, correct? Mike, that does not mean you need to stake. Now, if you do stake, you're going to earn 160% more APY. So it would help you not sell the Golden Goose. Does that make sense? Because, and this is the thing too, Mike, as you earn APY, you're earning tokens, right? And at these, here's another thing that I forgot to say. When we got high volume and low price, that means you're earning, well, let's do it this way and back up. We got $100,000 in volume. Let's say I got $100,000 in volume. You're going to earn a certain amount of value. When the price is low, when the price of the tokens is low, you're going to earn the same value in more tokens. As price goes up, you're going to earn the same value in fewer tokens. So while price is low right now, you're earning more tokens. And then as price increases, those tokens that you earned will increase in price and value. That was probably confusing. Just rewind and play it again. But the point is, now is a great time to be stacking up APY. And especially when we have high volume and prices low, that's when we're just like, yeah, we're just like, whoa, baby, love it. Lots of rewards. And then when those rewards come in, you can turn around and stake them to earn even more. And yeah. And then what happens is, if you hold, the longer you hold onto your Golden Goose, your principal bag amount, and then you stack APY, and then as price, and let's say we go do 100x, and then you can just sell your APY for 100x and keep your principal to go earn another 100x on APY. Does that make sense? Keep voting on Telegram. Yeah. Yes. W stream. Yeah, you and I got a stream, don't we? More value, you earn less tokens. More. Yes, if the tokens are worth more, because the contract, like, let's say you got you do $100 transaction, $5 of that is going toward the fees, right? 1% of that is going, well, 2% is going to holders and stakers. So $2 is going to buy pTGC to distribute to all the holders and stakers. If price is low, it can buy more tokens. If price is high, it can't buy as many tokens. So it's, if you're concerned about it being like you're not earning more as price goes up, you're earning the same amount, the same value, but in fewer tokens. Yeah. Let's finish this commercials. We got a schedule to keep, and it's tomorrow. We're going to be on Spaces at 5:30 p.m. Pacific. Zen is on a Telegram voice chat on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific. Thursday at 7 a.m. Pacific. Pretty sure it's 7 a.m. Pacific. Let me see, 8 a.m. Pacific in the Telegram, the main Telegram. And then Saturday we have a Spaces. Cool. Been staking some hex since day 529. I can hold. Cool. I got in on day 580. So you came in about a month and a half, 2 months before me. So you got in June 2021, June or July 2021. I'm guessing. Let me know if I'm right. Let's see if I can check my memory, Mike. That's cool. Yeah, I've been holding hex that long too, man. I bought the hex top. Yeah, man. If you can go out to California and help a wild SJ send out these devices that I just showed you, go out there and have a good time. I hear they're buying pizza for everybody. That's her X right there. Let me put this on the screen. Go help a wild SJ. We got a stream coming up this Wednesday with High Altitude Investing. Go follow him on X. Everybody, please go follow him on X. And he's good. He's a good dude. He's one of those dudes that you want to get to know. And also follow the Gray 369 on X. He's the founder. Follow me on X. Follow Richard Hart on X. You need to be following all of these guys. Yeah, that's right, huh, Mike? All right, cool. Interesting. All right, guys, what can these tokens do? Let's find out. And we're only at an hour and a half. Only an hour and a half. That's funny. All right, one thing I want to talk about is the X multiplier, because we're gonna get into it in the calculator. We're gonna pull up ptgc-ufo.com, and we're gonna look at what these tokens can do. And one of the things is the X multiplier. You got to understand it. X multiplier. What is it? Okay, we get all the X's that PulseChain can deliver. If PulseChain gets a 10X, oh yeah, I got in at 12 cents. 0.12. Yeah, it was running up at that time, man. You had a 4X by the time I got in. That's funny, man. Yeah. Oh, I wrote it all the way up. I had dollar cost averaged all the way up and down too, man. And I got the bag, got the t-shirt, all that. All, yeah. Train wreck. For now. Oh, so glad I discovered pTGC. X multiplier. We get all the X's that PulseChain gets. PulseChain gets a 10X. pTGC gets the same. Okay. But pTGC can do its own X's. And when pTGC does its own X's, you multiply them. So PulseChain does a 10X. pTGC does a 10X. That's a 100X for pTGC. Didn't most of us add up thinking it was not stopping? Yeah. Thought it was not stopping. That's when I learned about market cycles, was from that ecosystem. Oh, Up 45,000 was all staked. Oh, yeah, man. That's another mistake I made. Drink the Kool-Aid while they were selling. I was staking. Alas, but we're still here, right? And we're going to make it this time. God willing. So that's your X multiplier. Let's go look at the calculator and see what this little Danny can do. So the way you do it is you go to ptgc-ufo.com, select calculators. And we're just going to go through all of these. And I am not a subject matter expert on all of these calculators. That would be the developer, the founder of this site. But he's not here, so we're just going to give it our best shot. Here's the X multiplier we were just talking about. Let's switch to pTGC because I'm the most familiar with it and all that. Okay, we're going to pair this up with the WPLS. We're going to say if WPLS does a number of X's and then pTGC does a number of X's, what would the value of pTGC be? Let's say you got a dolphin position, which is $3,600 right now. Hey, last week it was $4,000. 29 million tokens is a dolphin. And PulseChain goes to sacrifice price, which is 301. No, let's do it a little better. Let's do can you do 100x? I don't think you can do 100x. You can do $100. Let's say it goes to 0.01. It goes to a penny. No, that's too much. Too much. 136x. And then pTGC does a 10x above that. And then I think that's a modest assumption. So 10 times 136 is 1,360. That would put the price of pTGC at 17 cents, roughly. 1.4 thousand X. And the market cap would be $48 billion. There you have it. So your bag, your $3,500 bag would suddenly be worth, well, just with the X's from PulseChain, 482,000. And but with the X factor in there together, 4.83 million. Dolphin bag, $4.83 million, ladies and gentlemen. And that's just with PulseChain doing 136x. You guys think you can do it? I think you can, especially if you get the sacrifice funds involved. Do you think those might be used at some point? Perhaps. It's definitely on the table. I'm speculating on it. I'm a capitalist, so I'm not going to demand it or nothing like that. But yeah, it could happen. We got a little wind out here, guys. So let's go to the next calculator, the moon math. We're going to use pTGC. Let's do another dolphin position. Let's say, now this is the one I'm a little confused on. Direct buy. Like somebody buys $1,000 worth. And it does, I don't know, 100x. They would be worth 13 million. Let's do it this way. pTGC, $1,000. And if it does 100x, how does it end up being $14 million? I'm confused on that. You know, guys, I'm going to have to get some clarity on this one. I probably need to watch the video that I made on it. I need to get some clarity on this one. So just forgive me. Let's bounce over to another one. I was just in this one. I got to get clarity on that moon math one. That one's bothering me. Rewards. I'm going to get to this comment here. And that $482,000 would never depreciate because when people sell, you will earn more pTGC into the next bear market to bull run. You'll be even more rich. Yeah. Rewards. Holding amount, 29 million. Now, this is where you come in, Mike. Check this out. If you hold a dolphin position and then you stake those tokens. Here's what you would earn at certain volume levels. I like to look at things on yearly, daily volume. Let's go back to our previous volume, which was $2 million. That's our previous all-time high in volume. $2 million. The result, it would be $1,715 in total rewards. And here's how it's broken down. 731 in reflections, 984 in staker rewards, $1,715 in rewards for a $3,000 bag. But that's at $2 million in volume. What if we go to 5 million? Well, it gets richer, doesn't it? And there's your weekly. And notice you're earning in tokens. I mean, this is dollar amounts, but you're earning these tokens. And if price is going up, then this is going up, right? I mean, 2 million pTGC, from my perspective, is a big deal, because at the last top, they were worth $1,300 each million. So that's the rewards calculator. Now, let's look at the new capital simulator. Let's say you wanted to put in $5,000. Now, this one's going to be interesting. Let's do a comparison. Let's do a comparison. We're going to do, we'll do $2 million. Each of these tokens each of these assets ecosystem has done $2 million in volume in the past. So you're putting $5,000. So you're going to split it up. 25. Oh, it's $5,000 in each. Okay. So you're like, which one should I put $5,000 into? Well, if I max this out, holding and staking, and if I max this out and hold and LP, so you're going to LP, like, let's say you LP 50% and hold 50%. And this does take into account the paired asset that you would have to buy. So you're investing $5,000 in not only UFO, but the paired asset, and it's factored in there. So you would get 1 billion tokens, and you'd get 39 million pTGC tokens. But this is where the rubber meets the road, right? What would your rewards be? Well, at $2 million in volume, yearly, for your pTGC, you'd earn $2,300. For your UFO, you'd earn $21,000. And this is high. And look, if you did all LP, it'd be $30,000, because right now, and that's just based on the rewards for the share pool. But that's because right now there's not a lot of people in the share pool, LPing their UFO right now. But that puts a highlighter on the value of UFO right now and how undervalued UFO is right now. So that's a cool calculator, and you can do a comparison. You can do a split, and you could say, I'm going to go 50-50, 2,500 each. Oh, I got it mixed up. I did get it mixed up. $2,500 invested. That should be, it's 2,500 invested. Yeah, never mind. You guys can figure this out. It's not that difficult. You just got to get in there and play around with it. But what's cool is you can set the volume. Hey, Zen, it's good to see you. This week, all the fresh eggs I sold at my homestead, I turned it into pTGC. Good deal, Hexy Trucker. That's awesome. From eggs to pTGC. I like it. And let's look at the last calculator, the liquidity impact calculator. And this is the one I did a video on earlier this week. So let me see if I can unpack it again. Liquidity change. Oh yeah, we did it on Spaces too. Let's see what did we do at 25x on liquidity. And I think we're going to have to go look at the rewards calculator after this. So, because this calculator seems to lead to going over to this one right here, this rewards calculator. Watch this. Okay, so we 25x in liquidity. I mean, right now we got like 5 million in liquidity. So between the two tokens, it would increase to looks like about 125 million in liquidity. And on a median week, I want to look at this. 3.58. It's come down. The volume, I think, has no. Let me see. Let me look at this. Hold on. Oh, it increased actually. That's interesting. Okay. So if liquidity increased by 25x, and look, this goes back and it's taking a history from the average, from the liquidity to volume ratio. And it's taken a snapshot every week. And it just finished one a few days ago. And the ratio was, let me see if I can, this is the highest ratio that we've got. And this is, what's this one? I want to say this is the median or something like that. Let's see. It's a strong week. The gray or the median. Okay. So this is a strong week. This is the highest week. And the gray makes up the median. Okay. So on a median week, that would be $9.98 million in volume. Okay. And that's not even, I don't want to be conservative. I like to, we got this median. It makes sense to me. I'm going to use the median. Let's answer your question. Where can we see a list of pTGC stakers? Ooh, that's a good question. Let me think about that. Give me a second. Hey, decentralized wealth. Good to see you, man. Converted the rest of what I had on Pulse into pTGC. You're pre-rich now. Yes. Hey, there's a lot of people been doing that. Yeah, it's a good deal, man. It's good to see you. So what you can do is, you're pretty rich. What you can do is you can take this number, 9.98 million, and bring it over to the rewards calculator, and you can plug that in. So here's your dolphin position of 29 million, and we're going to do a 9.98. No, yeah, 9.98, almost $10 million in volume. Now, what would that dolphin be earning per year? $8,562 from that extra liquidity. And I wish this would save it. That'd be really cool. You just got to re-add it from the 25x in liquidity. And I think we're going there, guys. I think we're going to see this kind of liquidity. And so what this is doing, guys, and now that I'm playing around with it, it's reminding me, this is making a correlation. This right here is making a correlation between the liquidity and the volume. Okay, let's go down here and look at this again, and it's based on the weekly history. Average liquidity, weekly volume. And it's saying, what's the liquidity? What's the volume in this week? Okay, well, we can forecast based on the forecasted liquidity, what the volume is going to be. And that is super cool. And it's doing it for pTGC and UFO. And there's a video. I made a video about this last Monday. It's on my YouTube channel. It's in. You're welcome. You're welcome to Shaggy Doo. Shaggy Doo. That's a fun one to say. It's I will drop it. Let me just go get the video, guys. Let me just get the video. Hold on. It's on my pTGC-UFO playlist on my YouTube. Then I'll pop it in the chat. If you guys want to go look at it. It's called the Liquidity Impact Calculator. Bam. Here it comes. All right, that's the Liquidity Impact Calculator. And it goes right through that same scenario. Like if you want to watch it at your pace, then have at her, baby. It's cool. I mean, it's exciting to think. I mean, if we can get to those liquidity levels, and I think we will eventually, then the volume is going to be there. And like we've been explaining to Mike and helping Mike along here with this question about volume and so on, then we're going to see some volume. We just got to have that liquidity. and hopefully the ratio stays up. Does it make sense? Because that ratio is, but like from last Monday to today, the ratio has increased. I can see just by looking at it. Sorry, driving, just listening. Hey, I don't think I've seen you before. User UX. Glad you're here today. I think that's it, guys. Let me go through my list. We looked at the X multiplier. We didn't do the locking calculator. We'll skip that one this time. I'm hoping that Shaka Vibes, and I know he will eventually, build the locking calculator into ptgc-ufo.com. And it's a pretty, from my perspective, it's an easy one to build. Because I gave the idea to Crypto Kong long ago, and he built it like that. So PLS Folio, make sure you vote on PLS Folio. Volume and price on looking. We didn't need to do that anymore because we got it right here in pTGC-UFO. I already showed you that chart. Hold on. Let me see. I got some end screens. Oh, I see. Okay. Got it. Just notes for myself. Do you guys have any more questions? Any further questions? Because otherwise we're going to call it a day. We're going to go out. I got to get some work done. And then chill. And I'm going to be making, like I said at the beginning of the video today, I'm going to be making more short videos this week. So please help the algorithm. Comment on them suckers. And hit the like button at a minimum. Comment if you can. Forward them. Share them around. All that stuff. Give me some feedback on them. I don't care. We're doing all this for the greatest currencies. Guys, how many are in here today? 14. It's slow, but I'm going to tell you what. When we get to hopping, there are going to be a lot of people in here, and I may need a moderator for the chat. I ain't kidding. Hey, do we have any volunteers? Any volunteers? I need to give some of you guys a wrench because, yeah, I just need to start passing out wrenches. It'll be a wrench attack. All right, guys. Have a great Sunday, or wherever you are. Have a great evening, morning. And we'll see you again next Sunday. If you bring people in, or you got friends that want to see this presentation, send them over. I'll walk them through it. Join my Telegram if you got any questions, or the main Telegram. And yeah, let's go out and smash it this week. All right, guys, we'll see you later.